As you can see behind me, we're topping up our pond. We have warm weather coming. A lot of plus 30-degree days, and I don't see any rain in the forecast. We've got to get the irrigation on these farms, and we got to top up our reservoirs. I'm going to run you through on how we do that. It's really important, and there's quite a few steps to it. All right, let's get into it. These cranberries are coming along really nice. Some of them are still green, some are turning red. It still feels pretty damp down there, which is nice. I'm going to put on a little bit of irrigation just to cap it off, to hold that moisture in. We're going to get our irrigation up and going on both farms. We're also going to be having to go out and we're going to start pulling water from our water source. We're going to top up our water reservoirs, make sure that we have enough water to sustain ourselves. Worst case scenario is that everything dries up and we've got no water for harvest. Let's just see what happens. So we're going to get our irrigation going. We'll turn on the tractor pump and then we'll go to the other farm. We'll do the same thing and I'll run you through the process. All right, our engine's going. I'm going to let this whole system pressurize. In the meantime, I'm going to head back to our tractor and we're going to start topping up our reservoir pond. I've still got a lot of room in there to fill it up, and the canal is actually starting to dry up pretty good. So let's go take a look. Let's go. I've been topping up this water for a couple of days. I still have a lot of capacity left to put in there, so I'm going to keep going. We're over at the other farm right now. This is a little different system. So we have a large canal right there, and that's being fed by the water source out back. So in order to do this farm, I'm going to have to start these irrigation pumps up first. After we've got enough water on the farm and things have been irrigated a bit, we'll shut these engines down and we'll be able to turn on the tractor, which has a lot bigger water pump on it. Is this large pond behind me here? I'm going to have to open it up and I'm going to have to allow some water to go in here so that we can run this irrigation system. Unfortunately, right now, the water out back is so low that it actually won't feed our irrigation system. The pipes are above the water too much, and then they start sucking air into the engines, and that is not going to allow us to pressurize. That's not going to help us pressurize our system and irrigate. It's just going to be drawing air instead of water. That could actually damage your pump. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll go open that valve, and we'll allow this water to go into our canal. That's the first thing. So let's do that, then we'll turn our irrigation pumps on. This part right here, that makes it go up, that's down. Okay, so we're at pond 1. We're going to open up that valve. All right, open her up. So that water is now going from our pond into our canal. The next thing I have to do is go up. We're actually going to have to shut the gate that's allowing the water to come into our canal. It's actually lower than the water in our pond. What will end up happening is the water will go in the canal and we're going to lose it. It's going to go out back and it'll be gone. So I've got to go shut that pump. Daddy. I'm just out back here now. So this is that water source I was telling you about. So it comes in from these lakes back here into a giant culvert down there. And then our canal is just right behind those trees and it feeds into there. So here's the excess. So right down in there, you might be able to see that water is running out. So we're going to shut this gate and trap that water in our canal. Okay, the water flow has stopped. So we'll go back down now and we're going to turn those irrigation pumps on. You can see that water running into our canal. Okay, and it feeds right into here. In order to get this, in order to get the water in this pipe, which is just air right now, we've got this Venturi system set up on our engine.
Dad, can I turn the thing on?
When the engine's on, I'm going to turn this and close that exhaust pipe. Using that air pressure, there's something called the Venturi effect. And basically what it does, it'll suck all the air out of these lines just by this exhaust air passing through that pipe. We're going to start it up and I'll show you how that works. Step back up there, all of you. I think the next time I do that, I'm going to have to put some earmuffs on. Man, that was really, really hard on the ears. Hey.
Thanks,
Sprinkler. All of our irrigation systems around here all run on diesel. So I guess we'll have to get some diesel as well. We're going to have to top these tractors up. All right, a lot of moisture there now. That irrigation did the trick. So we've got a lot of moisture in these vines now. I dig down here. The soil's nice and wet. We're gonna go back, fuel up that tractor so it can run all day. I'm also gonna have to grease that PTO shaft. We'll make our way back over to the other farm. We'll shut that system down and we'll start doing the same thing. We'll start topping up the reservoirs. Yeah, you can see that canal is drying up. So once that's down low enough, we'll have zero access to the water. So that's why it's critical right now for us to get this pond topped up. Put it in, then you turn it on. All right, in the truck. In the truck.
How am I gonna get this thing on? You might get on the back.
I'll let that run for the rest of the day. We're gonna head over to the other farm. We'll shut down that irrigation system and then we'll start that tractor up and we'll start topping up that reservoir. I've got this tractor behind me. I'm going to start that up. It's got a giant pump on the end of it, and it's going to pull water out of this canal, and we're going to put it up in our pond. We've got to shut some of those gates back there now, since we're finished irrigating, so we'll do that as well. Yeah, it's getting hot. For the next week or so, it's going to be almost 30 degrees every day. So all this water we're capturing now, a lot of it's going to disappear out there. One thing left to do. We're going to go over to that second pond. We're going to turn on that lift pump. And that lift pump is going to take the water from pond 1 and put it up into our pond 2. And we're going to get both of those ponds filled up. And there it is, going into pond 1. Now right over here, this is pond 2. And we're gonna start lifting water from pond 1, and we're gonna put it in here. We're gonna do it using this engine behind me. She's a beast. You can see that engine is just turning this PTO, and there's an auger down there, and that auger lifts that water up. It'll come right out this pipe. So you can see we've got quite a distance from here down to there, so we got a lot of room to fill this up. Yeah, there's not much in there. It looks like the bottom isn't too far down from the top of that water. All right, both tractors on both farms are running. They're all greased up, they're all fueled up. They'll be good to go for the rest of the day. You can see that tractor is just barely getting the water out of that canal. Another week from now, we probably won't be able to do that. So get the water on, and good luck to all you farmers out there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay cool, I'll catch you on the next one.